right, hello guys. So this one I'm going to be talking about how the womb is a cosmos, and it's from the book The Architects of Existence, okay, by Teresa N. Washington. Okay, and I'm gonna get back to the Sibyls and Mummy Water too, but I'm just gonna read different stories. Okay, so in my womb there's a universe. Okay, so I'm going to skip over some areas and I'm going to read the definition of mother. The definition of mother. Mother is the definition of creator in both literal and divine senses. Each human being to ever exist on this earth owes his life to the menses, ova, womb, and decisions of his mother. And it is because of her obvious yet understated numinosity and her complete control over life that organized religious fanatics have maligned, distorted, trivialized, and vilified the mother and her truth, character, and definition. The patriarchy's power, probes, and the perambulations are most evident in its unflagging attempts to control the womb and its owner, and its fruit through laws. The signature example of legalized domination is the institution of marriage. Nothing against marriage, but that's why some people give it the side eye. That's why I say I don't have anything against marriage. It was a time I wanted to be married, but I don't see anything wrong with women who don't want to get married. And it seems like especially a lot of black women are being shamed for not wanting to get married. What it is because I don't want to get married. I'm not interested in getting married. It's not that I don't need to have don't want to have a companion, but I'm not interested in getting married. And I hear that a lot of these young girls teenagers are not interested in getting married. And some believe that, and it could be that it's because they feel like they can't get a black man, so they don't want anybody. Well, I'm going to tell you this. For me, I've dated outside of my race, and I have most compatible with guys who are non-black, and this was way before all of this bashing on social media went on. I just always saw that I did not have the personality that black people period was looking for, because I didn't have a easy time related to black women either. Okay, so it's not just black men, it's black people all together that I just really had a hard time relating to. But I'm gonna get back to a lot of us who don't want to get married. So it's white women. Some of them are saying they don't want to get married and they're being celebrated, but black women seem to be shamed. What it is that this ancient energy, because we're back in cycle one, that ancient energy is coming back, that divine feminine that once ruled before patriarchy, before this toxic patriarchy took over. That divine feminine is returning back into a lot of these ladies, okay, because marriage did not exist back then. Sorry, my light went off. I'm in the dark here. Okay, so let me read it again too. That last paragraph. The signature example of legalized domination, that's domination over the womb, is the institution of marriage. Okay? Alrighty. Just as the cosmos contains infinite galaxies, each female is born with millions of eggs that collectively and individually represent infinite human possibilities. Each egg bears its own destiny and plots its own path in alignment with, but also independent of the mother. In concord with the revolution and rotation of the moon, eggs leave ovaries and journey through fallopian tubes to the womb. When applicable, the vagina ushers sperm along its silken path to unite with the eggs. The womb decrees if and when fertilized eggs should divide and multiply themselves exponentially in the supreme mathematics of existence. Mother is cosmos. The cosmos is a womb. The womb is a miniature universe. Just as the cosmos creates stars, supernovas, galaxies, and planets, so too does the diversity of humanity find its origin in the womb of women. Every human being must sip, sleep in, and swim in the rich amniotic elixir of the mother. The uterine perfection that ensures existence finds its home in the core of the mother, where it is hidden, and in mysteries, inner workings, powers, truths, and proofs are revealed only to its owner. No matter which secrets she chooses to share, one thing is certain: only mother is capable of only mother is capable of creation. I said before that this might offend some people because a lot of people believe at the father of being the creator. Because in this patriarchy, that's just what people were taught during this paradigm. We have moved into a new paradigm. We've moved back into cycle one. That's why you see a lot of black women who don't want to get married. They're getting back into that ancient energy. That's why I've been kind of talking about what black women what used to be before they became cursed. Because their energy is coming back on these young black women and young black girls. Okay, so you're gonna find less and less of them talking about marriage to anybody. Okay, might be companion but not marriage. Okay, here we go. So somebody made a comment about the Y chromosome, and so I wanna read this part right here. Each X chromosome is a sure, well-defined, and powerful signifying and vivifying force. The so-called Y chromosome is not a Y. In fact, it is a deformed and incomplete X chromosome. Man's partial and malformed chromosome and his anatomy are indicative of his secondary role in creative process. I'm going to say it again. Man's partial and malformed chromosome and his anatomy are indicative of his secondary role in the creative process. Men have breasts that do not normally lactate and that cannot nourish or sustain life. The protecting and guiding labia of women are the distended, fragile, and vulnerable testes of men. Okay? The protecting and guiding labia of women are the distended, fragile, and vulnerable testes of men. The penis is an elongated clitoris. The penis is an elongated clitoris. While man's external genitalia serve as obvious reminders that the complete power of a full X chromosome is diminished and altered in him, man does not have a womb and there is no male equivalent to the womb. The cosmic decision making and genetic processes that mother undertook to create sons is as of yet unknown. Perhaps the determined Perhaps she determined that rather than continue to do and be all, she should remold herself and reallocate power in such a way as to create a partner who would provide assistance and introduce the concepts of gender balance and complementary to this world. The son could simply be a genetic mutation. Whatever his origin, his future is uncertain. See, somebody talked about how the Y chromosome is dying out. That's what the scientists say, but this has been going on. They already knew it. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. The son could simply be a genetic mutation. Whatever his origin, his future is uncertain. It's uncertain. Okay? Geneticists have found that the Y chromosome, already fragile, not the X chromosome, the Y chromosome. Okay, and it's not nothing against the man, but the women have been subdued for so long and told that they are less than human, when actually black women especially were the only humans on this planet, yet and still, and during this toxic patriarchy, women were considered to be less than human. When they were the ones who, if it wasn't for them, it could not be a man. Okay, and like I said, if anybody is into patriarchal religions, they can just not tune in. It's not. I'm not telling anybody what to believe, but on each person's channel, they're going to talk about what they believe in. Like Christians, like people in the Nation of Islam, and all different sorts of beliefs. People are going to talk about what they believe in, and this right here is my belief. Okay, so anybody that's offended by me talking about the mother who is the creator instead of the father, and everything that I'm talking about, the clitoris and the labia, they just politely just sign off, because this is the area that I'm into. This is the area of my belief. Okay, so I just want to say that this is not to knock on anybody else's beliefs or religion, but this is just what I want to discuss. So I'm gonna get into it. Geneticists have found that the Y chromosome, already fragile and undefined, is degenerating. The Y chromosome, which once contained as many genes as the X chromosome, has deteriorated over time and now contains less than 80 functional genes compared to its partner, which contains more than 1,000 genes. Okay, let's say it again. The Y chromosome, which once contained as many genes as the X chromosome, has deteriorated over time and now contains less than 80 functional genes compared to its partner, which contains more than 1,000 genes. Geneticists and evolutionary biologists determined that the Y chromosome's deterioration is due to accumulated mutations, deletions, and anomalies that have nowhere to go, because the chromosome doesn't swap genes with the X chromosome like every other chromosomal pair in our cells do. The deterioration and perhaps termination, the deterioration and perhaps termination of the Y chromosome, and maybe even man as we know him, may elucidate why men felt it was necessary to create patriarchy. Okay, organized phallocentric religions, sexist language, genital excision and mutilations, femicide, whether through sex selective abortion or so-called honor killings, and so much more. Perhaps these concerted actions are males' attempts, both unconscious and deliberate, to either secure their existence or reverse an irreversibly doomed destiny. The deterioration of the Y chromosome and many men's loathing of females are especially ironic in that the father's genetic contribution determines the sex of the child. Okay? Around the world, women are beaten, betrayed, and divorced for giving birth to girls whose gender was chosen at the dawn of their existences by their fathers. Okay, so that's it for this, and I will continue to continue another video probably either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And that'll be it. I'll talk to you soon.